Alright guys, so I believe sitting in my mailbox behind me is the contact kit for my starter to rebuild it. So let us go look at that and see if it came in or not. Besides, I was actually heading out to go get something to eat. Just decided to check my shipping information. It is Saturday. It was supposed to run Friday and it didn't. And so I was a little upset because I didn't think that I was actually going to be able to get this weekend. But let's go ahead and look and see. All right, let's open her up. I'd be completely lying to you guys if I told you that I knew exactly how to install these, because I don't, but that's why you video and take note of how it looks when it comes apart. Okay, let's see, starter kit. Starter kit, okay, does it not say? Okay, on the parts website it tells you which one is the engine side and which one is the battery side, but I guess I'm gonna have to cross-reference the part numbers before I open these up to see. But that's cool. Got these parts. Let's rebuild this starter today, fellas. Gonna go get something to eat now. I'm a little hungry. All right, let's grab this starter real quick, take a look at it, and see what tools we're gonna need to pop this boy open. Let's see. Some really tiny wrenches. And some screwdrivers. All right. Walk on over here, grab my tool set. Really interested to do this. I love learning to do new things, and I've never popped open a starter. So to see what it's made out of is pretty interesting, but I left my keys inside, so hang on. Okay, a couple of, or 3 7mm screws later, this is what we've got here. I believe this is what they call the plunger, I believe. So we're just going to set this right there. And this is what we're going to actually change, are these contacts here. Now, as to how we get those out of here, I'm not entirely sure. So I'm just going to take this stuff off right here and see if we can't pop it out. So let's see what we got here. Okay, so this is the one here. And as you can tell, it does not look very conductive anymore because that's what it's supposed to look like. And this is what mine looks like. And this is what my fingers look like after touching it. So yeah, don't think that's probably any good anymore. So I think we did the right move by changing these parts out here. Yeah, I think. We'll see. So anyway, this went in there just like this. And then in this order, it went on like that. And then you tighten this down to hold it tight. And then this little nut and washer goes over it, over the cable. Cable goes to that. So we're just gonna go ahead and replace it in that order, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. And then as well, this is what the other one looks like. There's a nut and a washer on this side, and then this little plastic isolator. All right, and so this is what it looks like. There is this cable inside here that goes on top of this post. And then there's also a nut and a washer that goes over it. And then it's this little plastic piece here. And then this is what it looks like on the inside. There's a square copper contact, which is the actual contact piece. And then there is a little metal something, I don't really know what you would call it, between it and then the actual bolt. Yeah, so now that you know what that looks like, we're gonna go ahead and take this all out and slap in the new ones. Okay, so the thing that makes these things weak, which by the way, this is what a freshly rebuilt inside of a Toyota Denso starter looks like. The thing that makes this thing weak are these contacts get worn down. So these big copper pieces, the plunger, you see that lip right here? The plunger right here goes in and out of this. And the lip of the plunger makes contact with these contacts. That's what it's called. So the problem is these get worn down and they get really weak. And so as you can tell, when I show you the old ones, these right here aren't all that bad right there. Now this one, on the other hand, pretty rough. You can see there's been a lip beveled and worn down into this. And so when it was striking the other one that wasn't worn down, this one probably wasn't making contact anymore. And that's probably why my starter went out. And so now pretty much all that's left to do is I'm going to get some alcohol and I'm going to wipe down the plunger and clean it up and stick it back in, pop the gasket and the cap back on, wipe down this starter, and we're going to throw it back in the car and see if it works. It's also not working on your car if you don't bust your knuckles somewhat. This is what happened last week. But yeah, so anyways, we're gonna go ahead and clean this up and get it thrown back in the car. Before I put this back together, you guys should be able to see what I'm talking about now. This is what I mean by the plunger piece. When the starter motor engages, it slings down like that. And that is actually what makes contact. Well, boys, my trusty handy dandy long twirly whirly boy here has succeeded me again. Starter is in place. I'm going to get some electric tape now and redo the connection on this cable because I don't want there being obviously loose copper there. But yeah, all we gotta do now is redo this end, pop this end back on, plug the starter in, and then hopefully my handiwork will show itself. You do that, and then we're gonna jack this thing up and yeah, see what we got. All right, guys, we're gonna do all this together, right? This is literally my first live take of trying to get this car cranked since everything bolted up. Let's hope the battery's still juiced up. Dude, if this thing cranks, I'm gonna be over the moon. I've never worked on a starter before, so if we at least hear the starter engage, we're clear. So make sure the transmission is in neutral. Okay. What the hell? One single click. What the hell is going on? Okay, through my fucking breaker again. Alright, this is a particularly sad one to make. I double and triple checked that the car was in neutral. And I put my breaker on the crank and the motor's locked up. So in the previous videos, 2 videos back actually, the car sputtered for like a second and then died. And somehow or another, I think the motor locked up. So I think that's going to be it for this video. I don't really know what to do, guys. Yeah, we'll catch you guys later.